Welcome to the 2014 edition of Get in the Ring, the North American startup clash where ambitious entrepreneurs battle head-to-head to secure growth opportunities, potential clients, and relationships with those who can help them succeed. Hello, everyone. I'm Tim Scott. Welcome to Kansas City. We're here at the historic Midland Theater, where I'm going to be your host for tonight's event, the first ever North American Get in the Ring competition. Last year, in the inaugural event, the North American winner, Toby Rush, founder of iVerify, went on to win the international contest in Rotterdam, Netherlands. New this year is the opportunity for 5 American finalists to compete in the North American competition, along with 5 finalists from Canada and 5 from Mexico. The semifinals were completed yesterday, and tonight, the top 8 competitors face off in tonight's clashes to advance the top 4 contestants, along with an audience favorite, to the final clash, where they get one last pitch to convince the judges they deserve to represent North America in the international competition in Rotterdam on November 21st, with a grand prize of €1 million. If you caught last year's broadcast, you know that we whittled down the event to 30 minutes, showing you just the highlights. But guess what? We're big time now. We're going all the way to an hour, 60 minutes. And you're going to see more pitches, more combatants, more judges' feedback, more of everything. So get ready, get in the ring. We're about to crown a champion right here in Kansas City. Without further ado, let's get ready to pitch with a P. Clash number 1. I will now introduce the combatants. If you've ever been overwhelmed by the number of channels you receive from communications, from text messages, Facebook Messenger notifications, Twitter direct messages, and more, this entrepreneur may have the answer. People Connect makes communicating human again. It provides one place for all of your communications. Please welcome Geneviève Azolin, co-founder of People Connect. Combatant number 2, imagine walking into the washroom at your local sports stadium. You approach the mirrors, you look at the reflection, and instantly interactive ads appear all around your reflection, tracking interaction and providing ad performance. That's who we have next. Please welcome Bryce North from Advolve Media. You will help there? That's a nice little smoking jacket you got there. Where'd you pick that up at?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. No problem. All right. Here we go. 4 questions for each of you. Here we go. First question for you. Geneviève, you are first. In 25 seconds, tell us about your business model.
We receive 150 notifications a day from SMS, calls, Instagram, Twitter. This $310 billion market forces us to communicate through silos. People Connect is the one place all of your conversations come together cross-device. Send your SMS from a computer, call with your number from a tablet, even get your WhatsApp and Facebook. Like Dropbox for your conversations, People Connect lets you continue your conversations on any device.
Oh, Bryce, that's pretty good. Let me get in here with you. I feel so left out. Is there room enough for me? All right, Bryce.
You gonna battle with us?
I just want to I want to be a part of it. I'm a visceral guy. I want to feel it.
I like this.
All right, now she was pretty tight. Are you ready to go?
I think so.
25 seconds. Tell us about your business model.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. What's the best ad of them all? We create mirrors. Even better, we create really cool interactive advertising mirrors that focus on consumer metrics. Now, these are placed in the washrooms of high traffic arenas like stadiums and airports. And these venues, they generate over millions of dollars each year in advertising. But more importantly, there's over 1 million of them across North America, and they each adopt 4 to 25 of our mirrors each. That's a huge market potential.
Very nice, very nice. Under 25 seconds as well. All right, Geneviève, back to you. Tell us about how your company makes money.
We make money when you save money, and we help you be more productive. When you need to save on roaming or international calling rates, People Connect lets you call with your number from any device and charges a small fee to place the call over the internet. We already have 5% of our users paying for this service. We've also been approached by one of the top 3 hardware manufacturers and 2 carriers interested in white labeling People Connect. This is huge, and we're going global.
Very nice. 3 seconds to spare. All right, Bryce, tell us, how does your company make money?
We target these venues because they have their own internal sales team and they're high traffic. These venues are looking for additional ways to make revenue, and these advertisers are looking for a unique way to attach the consumer. We're just a perfect fit. We sign the venue up in a 3-year term. They pay small monthly lease payments for the tech, as well as commissions off every ad sale. We've had great traction inside washrooms, but even more potential outside, inside retail stores, hotels, as well as malls.
Very nice, very nice. All right, Genevieve, tell us a little bit about your team.
Denzel and I founded the business after leading the most successful launch in business aviation history, capped off with a $6 billion sale to Warren Buffett. This is Denzel's third startup. We've recruited the best designer in our country. Our lead engineer developed the real-time communication software for Morgan Stanley, and our mobile developers have launched over 40 apps, some with 1 million users. This is the right team, the right technology, and it's the right time.
Bryce, tell us about your team.
I'm the CEO. I've got 5 years in sales, and as well as I had 2 startups before, one specifically called Feedback, where I built and sold advertising technology. Our CTO, Dave Noel, amazing programmer, microcontroller developer, wrote scripts for IBM, large software application, as well as built Wi-Fi tracking systems for the Canadian armies. We have an amazing team who can bring dreams to reality, and we're ready to kill this.
But let's get to the final question, all right? You get to go first, Genevieve. Why don't you tell us about your notable achievements to date?
We launched this year at South by Southwest, which named us one of the top 8 companies that will change the world in 2014. Still in beta, we're already being compared to Apple's iMessage and Continuity, but for the masses, since Macs only account for 6% of computers. Jeff Pulver, the founder of Vonage and VoIP, joined our board, and we already have OEMs and carriers knocking on our door. With more awards than I can say in this time, we're ready, and this is going to the next step.
All right, Bryce, 25 seconds. Tell us about some of your notable achievements to date.
We've been around for 3 years, have broken even, and we're making a ton of money right now. We have large contracts and proposals for airports and large franchises across Canada, as well as stadiums, airports in Canada and the United States here. We've won multiple awards, such as Best Technology, Best Company Manitoba, one of the top 10 best companies by Funica, one of the most promising startups by NACO, and one of the top 10 most companies most likely to succeed by TELUS and the Globe and Mail.
All right, how about a big round of applause for those pitches? First one's out of the box. Very good. You all stay in the ring while I get out. We are going to, at this point, open it up to the judges for 5 minutes of questioning. 5 minutes of questioning for the judges. So, judges, the time is yours.
So, Genevieve?
Yes.
I'd like you to tell me about how you're interacting with consumers and who's going to handle customer service.
Absolutely. So the #1 thing for us is learning from consumers. In fact, that's how we've been able to stay competitive, even though it's a space where there's a lot of really big players. So we actually speak to our users on a daily basis. We get emails, they go straight to myself and Denzel, the co-founders. We answer them directly within the hour. In addition to that, we've also been working on customer testing groups every single week as we keep iterating and improving our product. It's at the core of what we do.
So Bryce, can you give me some numbers? It's been sort of conspicuous absence of numbers. So tell me a little bit about how you're growing, or give me some way to just knock my socks off with some numbers.
Currently, right now, we have 20 mirrors on the marketplace, and that's growing about 5 mirrors every 4 months. We're doing quite well right now in Canada. When it comes down to revenue, we pulled just over $100,000 just under 6 months of testing our model. And again, that's just in the Canadian market right now. We have large proposals out for large stadiums within Canada, especially our CFL Stadium in Winnipeg, which is like the Denver Broncos of the States here. So it's pretty substantial in our units, and we're getting a large traction from these people, and it's quite a significant number of them.
So, Bryce, one question. Tell me a little bit more about the sales cycle of your company.
Absolutely. So this is twofold here. One, we have a direct sales method where we're approaching some of the major airports, stadiums, and arenas. Getting our product in there. And a lot of that's just for testing and getting the word out. But more importantly, we're hearing distribution partners across Canada and the US. So Clear Channel, I'm sure you're familiar with in the States here. There's a company in Canada called Pattison as well too. And his idea is we have closer relations with them, and they control all the advertising, all the Canadian Western airports. It's using those type of players to really expand that way. As well as landing large franchise restaurants, which we are very close to in Canada. They have over 100 locations within that market. And again, it's just landing these and expanding out nationally and using those distribution channels to grow.
With People Connect, there's a service called Viber, which is free. How would you compete with something like that? I know they're primarily text-based, but how would you compete with that?
Absolutely. Thank you for your question. So we're not competing at the same level. Applications like Viber or WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, they really compete in creating closed ecosystems for messaging. That means you need to invite your friends to that specific application in order to be able to get some benefit and message out. We're not competing at that, we're not playing at that level. Really what we do is we bring in all the channels you already use, whether that be Viber, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Instagram, etc., into one place, and then you can respond through all of those different channels on any device, whether you're on your phone, on your tablet, or on your computer. So we actually let you respond to your Viber through People Connect.
How many customers do you have today?
So we're still in beta. We have about 10,000 users in beta, and our objective has really been to measure out how we can grow virally. And what we've noticed so far is if we can get a user to send an SMS from their computer, they're hooked, and they keep coming back every day.
But how you know, these are pretty entrenched models that people are, already have these behaviors. How are you converting them from whatever they're using today to your product?
So the number one behavior on People Connect is people, I guess like you and me, who spend most of their day with a laptop working. And rather than every time they get an SMS switching away from their laptop onto their phone to answer that SMS, they can actually bring that experience right onto their laptop. In fact, this is the exact same use case that iOS is going with their continuity feature for Apple devices. So it's really the same benefits of being able to locally respond to all of your messages through any device that you're using at that time.
Hey, Bryce, wouldn't NFC work with this, Apple's?
I love that you asked that. The biggest benefit for our venues is how they communicate with their guests. Besides selling ads, the biggest pain is how can we reach out to our guests and take polls, interact with them, and push promotions. We're incorporating features such as NFC and iBeacon so users can literally walk up to the mirror, they love an ad promotion, and get a coupon right away. I mean, we're not just in washrooms, that's where we're starting. You can imagine retail stores walking by, whether it be for clothing, and hey, this is for an ad or a coupon for the store. Tap your phone close, NFC, right there, right time, swap information, get the deal.
I think 5 minutes is up, so thank you very much, judges. If you want to go ahead and excuse yourself from the theater while you do some deliberating, conferring, absolutely. The judges have decided, and the winner of Clash number 1 is Advolve. Congratulations. Congratulations to both of you. All right, without further ado, it is time to get right to Clash number 2. Keeping things tight, keeping things expedient. Ladies and gentlemen, our first combatant out of Austin, Texas. Our next competitor is revolutionizing the collection and storage of biological fluids for medical research and diagnostic testing. Its dried blood spot technology offers simplified remote blood collection, allowing anyone to take a blood sample at any time, anywhere. Please help me welcome the founder and CEO of Spot On Sciences, Jeanette Hill. Jeanette will be up against this evening out of Ontario. This company helps manufacturers eliminate costly downtime while also ensuring quality products. Its unique dye and surface casting technology allows users to compensate for variations that arise in the manufacturing process. Please help me welcome Asif Khan, CEO of Myatech. That's what you do? You make cameramen work?
Yep.
That's awesome, buddy. I'd love to see that on a resume. All right, here we are. Clash number 2. Are the two of you ready?
We are.
Yeah.
Sportsmanship. That's what life's all about. That's good. All right, Jeanette, you are up first. 25 seconds. Tell us, what is your business model?
80% of healthcare decisions are based on diagnostic testing, but to get a blood sample, we still have to drag our butts to a lab, have them pull it out of our arm with a big needle. This is difficult for the people who need it the most, the sick, the elderly, in a small village in Africa. HemoSpot, our product, allows you to take a blood sample from home. Simply stick your finger with the lancet, put 2 drops of blood on, close it up, send it in the lab to a mail. The sample's stable at room temperature for years.
Asif, 25 seconds. Tell us about your business model.
All right. Measure twice, cut once. Every day, manufacturers are producing $2 billion of production waste because their surface of their dies and on their equipment is getting damaged. Using nanotechnology, we have developed a self-repairing programmable surface comprised of 2,500 pins per inch, which allows us to electronically adjust and
One of those deployments is today in Liberia, where all the schools are closed due to Ebola. Kids are actually able to take the devices and use them at home. Because if a kid can't go to the library, you can bring the library to them.
Very good, very good. We have 5 minutes that we're going to open it up for judges' questions. That 5 minutes begins now.
What's the difference between your product, Rumi, and on one laptop per child? Why
I'm glad you asked that. There's two more major differences. The first is that that device was used too early. It cost $250, and it had content worth nothing on it. No one had an internet connection, and so it became useless. And when they did studies, it had no statistical link to math or reading skill improvement. Ours is a $50 device that has over $5,000 worth of content on it. That leads me to the second point. The fundamental difference between us and one laptop per child is that they were delivering technology for the sake of technology. For us, technology is just a means, and it's a means to deliver all of the amazing, high-quality content that exploded online in the last few years. And all we're trying to do is deliver all of that stuff, not to the people in this room, who always had libraries and well-funded educational systems to begin with, but to all the people around the world who never had access to this kind of thing, but were always capable. Tablet is just a low-cost delivery mechanism.
David, there you go. Thank you very much. David, the best entrepreneurs steal. What have you stolen from Fitbit?
It was really growing up with dogs and observing the incredible trends in human fitness and really thinking if this can be helpful for myself. I was wearing a Nike Fuel Band at the time. I thought it can even be more helpful to someone that doesn't talk and from whom I separate myself for part of the day or when I travel.
Are you a product company then, or are you a data company, and how do you know?
Thank you. We're a data company. We aspire to be the prominent database for doggy health.
So you say you're a data company, except what I'm interested in is you need to get and collect that data by the dogs, well, the owners having access to it and being able to have it on the dog. So how is it actually being applied to the pet?
All you have to do is just get a light color and leave it on your dog.
So then you are selling really a consumer product that has to be a core focus as well. Then you get the data. I get you're saying you want to be a prominent data company.
Yep.
But I'm really interested in is how you're going to
Sure. The first step is get this product into the hands of consumers. There's no need necessarily to have a large number of dogs on the platform because just by looking at the lifestyle of your dog, how many activity points it's getting, how many hours and minutes of active rest and playtime it's getting, if you want to monitor the development of disease or osteoarthritis, separation anxiety, skin allergy, you can do it. If you want to set up a health goal for your dog and work toward that health goal together with your dog, you can do it.
Is there a privacy concern for the dogs? Just kidding. Hey, so for Rumi, is Rumi a for-profit or not-profit?
It's a non-profit organization, and I'll tell you why we did that. As a former banker, I get the value of being a for-profit. But everyone thinks the hardest part we do is the hardware. It's actually the easiest part, simply because we ride the cost curve down. We use commoditized hardware makers in Shenzhen. I visited 12 factories that make basically the same device, which is why we get it so cheap. But we did realize early on that the hardest part of what we were doing was finding all of that content out there. There's tons of free stuff, but where do you find it? And by the way, you then need to translate it. And I started to realize that that would take thousands of people to do. But there are lots of people out there, people in this room probably, who would say, hey, I'll take some of my time to do this and help you crowdsource it if you're a nonprofit organization. People like my sister-in-law, who's a teacher, who can help us find content. People like my mother, who speaks Swahili fluently. She was born and raised in Kenya. I mean, there's a lot of people around the world who would do this, but they wouldn't do it for a hedge fund guy who was selling devices to kids in Rwanda and then was going to go and IPO it for $1 billion. We're already negotiating to start delivering content on other people's devices and mobile phones. And by the way, there'll be over 3 billion Android smartphones in the world in the next few years. They're all spreading across emerging markets, just like we got cell phones, they got cell phones. We got smartphones.
All right, okay, that's good. It was all good stuff, but I mean, I gave you like an extra minute. All right, so 5 minutes is up, judges. Thank you so much. Go ahead and exit House Left to do some deliberating while we let these two gentlemen out of the ring. No losers, as there's still one possibility for one person for the judges' save. We're going to have 4 finalists and 1 judge's save. But for clash number 4, the winner is FitBark. So before you guys go anywhere, again, we have an opportunity for some immediate feedback from our prestigious panel of judges. Leslie, why don't you tell us some of your thoughts for our 2 entrepreneurs?
Sure. Well, both fairly interesting businesses, both a lot of challenges. I think what was the kind of pendulum swing toward FitBark was that we were concerned that Tarek and his team really didn't seem to have insight into the education part of what he's selling. And so, you know, we would encourage you to go back and really think about what it takes to sell into that business, what the curriculum environment is like, what goes on those particular devices. We really liked what you're doing, but think you need to focus on, are you a data product or are you a consumer product, consumer packaged goods product? Because those will take you into very different places in terms of how you operationalize and where you put your business first. But very exciting, both of you, and we hope you both continue.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Let's welcome all 4 of our clash winners back to the stage here.
Can I go around here?
We do have 4 clash winners, but that's not everyone that's going to the final round. The judges saved the judges have chosen 1 more finalist to continue on for a chance to become the North American Get in the Ring champion. So if they're around, if they're close by, the competitor who has been saved by our esteemed judges, and we would like you to join the finalist on stage, is Asif Khan. My attempt. Congratulations, buddy. Welcome back. Welcome back. Nice to see you again. I'm real good. Nothing's changed much since you've been up here. All right, well, this is it, folks. This is it right here. We have our 5 finalists. They are going to face off against our esteemed panel of judges here. Each of you is going to get 25 seconds, all right? 25 seconds total, not 25 seconds back and forth, 25 seconds down the line. And since you chose to walk all the way over here, we're going to start with you. Had you stopped over there, we would have ended with you. But it's too late, my friend. The fate has been made. All right. What you have is 25 seconds to talk about your company and why are you the best choice to represent North America in the ring in the Netherlands 2 weeks from today.
Okay, I want to be bold right now. We're not trying to help an industry. We're trying to save an economy. The American industry for manufacturing has to only be saved through automation. It's cheap labor. China can cut us down. The only way we can beat them is through automation. Our margins are massive. They're 100 times the actual cost of producing it because the way we're producing it is smarter, better. We're talking about a $650 million industry in Ontario alone.
$650 million is a lot of money. That is a lot. It's a good way to end. That's a big number. At least you didn't say $6.50.
This is true.
All right, 25 seconds for Advolve to talk about why you should represent North America in the Netherlands. Begin.
Let's be honest, we have a cool product. Now, don't lie to me, all of you love to look at yourself, it's true. And we can make it able for you to do that with our mirrors. And plus, we can push awesome, really cool interactive promotions on with you. Look, we have a product that's ready, not in prototype, that's scaling fast. We have large stadiums and arenas already in North America. Let's bring what's working right now and scale it to the Europe and represent North America with something that's ready to be sold over there.
Very good. Very good. All right, Dick, 25 seconds to talk about identified technologies and why your company should represent North America. Begin.
So we started this company by licensing tech from a local university in Philadelphia. And it was through the entrepreneurial scene in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh that we're able to be right here today. And so this is, I mean, the American entrepreneurial dream, right? The United States of America led the manufacturing, the aviation, and the automobile revolution. Let's show the world that the United States of America can lead the commercial drone revolution as well.
There you go, the United States of America. How can you, if you had a few more seconds, you could start a USA chant if you had a few more seconds. All right, Jeanette, you have 25 seconds to talk about Spot On Sciences and why you should represent North America. Begin.
We started the company because I recognized how hard it was for my mother to get a blood sample. With HemaSpot, we're revolutionizing the way we do clinical sciences. DARPA, NIH, our customers around the world recognize that this is going to have a huge impact on global health. By changing the way that we collect a blood sample, we're bringing access to life-saving tests to everyone.
Very good. Thank you very much. Well, here we are, buddy. It's the end of the road, as they say. The last 25 seconds. Kansas City, ending right here, right? Like you do. 25 seconds to talk about why FitBark should represent North America in the Netherlands. Take it away.
We're a team of dog lovers with big dreams and a pedigree in marketing and product design. We're changing doggy health with a product that has a global impact. And the world has been screaming that they're ready for us. We're a team of 8 with 7 non-US citizens, yet we really feel home here. Tonight, I'd love for you to join us and invite you. I'd love for you to join us and invite you to call us Americans for one day.
Very good. Thank you very much. How about a round of applause for all 5 of our finalists here?
Good work, guys.
At this time, we will now dismiss the judges one more time, making laps. Do you have like those monitors on? You can see how many steps you've been walking. You they need, throw that FitBark on. Maybe it'll work on you. Carry it around with you.
You got one shot. Huh?
A few minutes for the judges to deliberate about our final 5 here. Now, while they are over there selecting the North American champion, it is time for one final round of audience participation, all right? You all got free drinks, so you can help us out here. Using your mobile device or your computer, please navigate to Kaufman.org/vote. And following the instructions on your screen, please cast your vote for audience choice. You're going to have 3 minutes to submit your vote, and you can only vote one time. In my hand, I have the audience favorite. You know, you had 3 minutes to vote. I gave you all that information a few seconds ago. You voted. The audience favorite is the winner of a $1,000 cash prize. That's nothing to sneeze at. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for tonight's audience favorite here, FitBark. You can have this. This isn't the check, but, you know, do with it what you will. Congratulations, congratulations. Tonight's runner-up, that's second place if you're keeping score at home. It comes with a $5,000 cash prize. It is in my hand here today. The winner, not the winner, the runner-up. The winner of the runner-up, if that makes any sense. But the runner-up for tonight's 2014 North American Startup Clash, the winner of a $5,000 cash prize, ladies and gentlemen, Asif Khan Mayutek. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, to present tonight's Get in the Ring North American champion, please welcome a very special guest, the President and Chief Operating Officer of UMB Financial Corporation and champion of the Greater Kansas City Chamber of Commerce's Big 5 initiative to make Kansas City America's most entrepreneurial city, Peter De Silva. Peter, come on out. How are you? Hey, it's good to see you again.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Great.
Everything all right? Yeah. All right, now, Peter, before we go any further with, you know, what everyone's really here for, you know, to find out who the winner is. Well, somebody wants some money and somebody wants to take a trip to the Netherlands.
I like that idea.
But before we get to that, why don't you share with us some of your impressions, you know, of the event tonight?
One word, awesome. You guys are absolutely extraordinary. And as someone said earlier, there may be only one winner, but there are no losers tonight. You guys represented yourselves very well, your communities and your countries very well, and your ideas extraordinarily well. So congratulations. This has been fun to watch and fun to participate in.
All right, well, now the moment we've all been waiting for. And I think before we do that, maybe we're going to bring Toby out here with the championship belt. Toby, you want to come out here with that belt just so we can get a look at it? We don't want it after the fact. We want to look at this thing. This guy's like The Rock. That is impressive. That is legitimate. Do you wear that out? Do you...
This is what I expect them to bring home.
Yeah, okay, I like that. I like that. All right, the moment we have all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, the North American champion of Get in the Ring, the winner of $10,000, an all-expense paid trip to the Netherlands, and a chance to compete for the global championship is...
Are we ready?
We are ready, my friend.
Should I do Karnak or what? No Karnak? All right, here we go. You're all winners. Remember that. But there's one very special winner tonight, and it is Spot on Sciences.
Spot on Sciences.
Congratulations.